Ladies and gentlemen, and others, the others, no offense. I hope none is taken. I respect your them, theyness, them, theirness, whatever. Awesome. Anyway, season's greetings. I hope this is finding everybody well. It is colder than hell here. Let's see what we're looking at today. We had 30, I think we got down to 33 below the other night. And guess what happened? Guess what? Due to global warming, the antifreeze in my Ford F-250 Super Duty diesel truck froze. That's right, it froze. It was minus 32 when that happened in Coyote, Wyoming. And it was lovely. I went and sat at Walmart, waiting for my order for like 15 minutes. I'd had the truck warmed up for like 20 minutes because it was that cold. And I didn't have any heat coming out. And I should have known. And something was in the back of my mind saying, this isn't right. And I thought, well, damn it, it's this cold. And I, my dumb ass didn't think, hey, you got 50-50 in your antifreeze, dummy. And so I went to pick my kid up from work, dropped one of his friends off, came back up the hill, and the temperature gauge just was bing all the way. And I'm like, how can I be overheating when it's 30 below zero plus? I mean, that's 64 degrees below the freezing level, right? For those of you who don't know Fahrenheit. And I know extreme cold like that it's a sign of global warming. I mean, the science people, you don't need to sound off. Science worked out so well during COVID that I would never question it. Wear a mask or 2 masks, take the mask off, put 3 masks on, put on your helmet, make sure you've got your GPS locator on your helmet. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into this, Humans are not fallible whatsoever, especially scientists or the likes of Dr. Fauci. Science is beyond reproach, people. And my antifreeze froze because global warming is a real thing that cannot be questioned. If you do, you're a denier. And you'll be chastised on social media platforms. Remember global cooling in the 70s? Do you remember that? Yeah, there was global cooling back in the 70s, I mean, how dare you ask any questions? You're a conspiracy theorist. You don't question this. You just blindly accept what your overlords tell you to do and you follow your orders. Bottom line. You follow the orders, okay? It's science. Bottom line. If you question it, you're going to spontaneously combust. Even if you understand scientific method, the process of developing a theory, or the nature of formulating a hypothesis. No. That's not for you. That's not for you. That's for the scientists. That's for science. It's not for you. You just to listen to what they tell you, okay? And I know 32 below zero is global warming. And even though this summer we didn't have a single day over 100 degrees and we got more rain than we've had in a number of years, it was global warming. Because I remember as a kid, gosh, I think I was 13, we were playing in the All-Star tournament down in like Orland, Wyoming. If I remember right, and I was there, it was like 115. Like kids were falling out, having heat stroke. Like my dad was like filling up this big ass orange like McDonald's cooler with Gatorade, just dumping the powder, just dumping it in their bags of ice. And I mean, it would just turn hot, but we were drinking it so fast that, I mean, it would get lukewarm, I guess. But at 115, and that would have been back in the late 80s. That was global cooling. Because that's what happens during global cooling is it gets to be 115 degrees. But then during global warming, you hardly have any days over 90 degrees is what happens. And then you get days that are 32, 33 below, like we had the other night. So it's climate change. I'm not arguing it, nor would I ever. I would never even think about even questioning science, especially Dr. Fauci. Just so we all know that, okay? And I hope you're all on the same page. Just obey, okay? That's what it comes down to. Obey. All right? So when your antifreeze, which, think of this, antifreeze. Okay, we can break that down, right? Anti, against, freeze. basically to crystallize because the temperature has dropped to, too warm. That's what happened is it got too warm the other night and my antifreeze froze because of global warming and climate change. I can accept that. That's fine. That's what they said. Cool. I'm good with it. That's fine. Okay. 32 below zero can cause heat stroke if you're not hydrated with enough cough syrup and red wine or some White Claw, or some kind of, seltzer booze or something like that mixed with your cough syrup. You're going to, you could have a heat stroke from global warming. So you need to check the CDC for updates or any .gov site because .gov sites don't lie. Keep that in mind, folks. If it says .gov, it is 100% true. 100%. You can't argue it, okay? This is just a this is like an infomercial, okay? Think about that. This is like the Mike Files infomercial for you, okay? So don't use any of your own experience to form any opinions or think on your own. Pelosi said not to do that. Biden has proven this to be true, that you shouldn't think on your own. And Dr. Fauci will lock you in his cookie elf tree up there with the cookie elves. And you'll have to go through like some kind of like a whatever they call it, a reformulation, they're going to rethink you. You'll have to do some rethought. But then they don't want you to think. So don't think. Just don't do it, and then you won't end up in the cookie elf tree, because you don't want to end up in the cookie elf tree, because those little bastards are mean. All right? Let's just get this through our heads, okay? Science. If your antifreeze freezes, proceed immediately to your nearest electronic vehicle dealership, pull $100,000 somewhere out of your ass, and buy a green vehicle. Lithium and cobalt, they're fine, okay? They're fine. The mining of those things, it's eco-friendly, and it doesn't require any petroleum products whatsoever. The batteries are disposable as long as you throw them in the ocean. I mean, come on, that's unless you enjoy seafood or land food. But eat your bugs, okay? Just eat your bugs, and everything will be fine. As long as you just stick to the bug diet. Grasshoppers, crickets, things of that nature. Very high protein, very tasty when they mush them up into a patty. Very tasty. So just eat your bugs and shut up. Fall in line. Go lick a battery, okay? If you got a 9-volt battery kicking around, I don't have one. Lick that thing. You know how good that. Put your tongue on that. Go outside. Find a flagpole, a set of monkey bars, a playground slide, if anybody still has those, and go stick your tongue on that right now. It's going to be great. You'll be fine. It'll make you fall in line. You'll reprogram. You also need to make sure and make your next appointment for your gender reassignment surgery, or you're a racist. Understand that? Okay? Go to your nearest community center, get your free heroin needles or crack pipes, okay? And move into a cardboard box. If you aren't homeless, then you're also a racist. You're homophobic, transphobic, Islamophobic, climate denying, misogynistic, a piece of white supremacist excrement. So, go take a shit on the sidewalk to show everybody that you aren't a piece of shit. Do you understand? This is not a test. Now, if I had the sound effect, do 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 do. I don't have that though, so you're gonna have to settle with me. Did everybody get that though? That was a public service announcement from the Mike Files. With that, I'm gonna sign off. We're gonna keep it short for right now. Might come back later. But seriously, don't question anything, okay? The main thing is that you went into debt even further than you are, because without debt, we don't have money. So money is debt, okay? So as long as we understand that, and we all went into debt, and we all racked up those credit cards if we had anything left on them, that we did that, okay? And you still have a day left out at Walmart, okay? Walmart still has billions to make yet this year. So you got to make sure and get out there. Get out to your Walmart, because in this town, they shut down all the small businesses. You can't go Christmas shopping at a small business here in Cody, Wyoming. You have Walmart, or you have Albertsons, which is now, not only was it a big conglomerate before, but now it's owned by Safeway. So you have two corporations, and you're a corporation, and you live in a corporation. So support your corporation. Don't question anything. Just sit back and obey everything they tell you to do. I hope you enjoy the next 3 months trying to work yourself out of debt for all the money that you spent on your little shit kids to buy PlayStations and Xboxes and hoverboards and, you know, whatever else. The coolest pants or a $1,200 cell phone or tablets or what, whatever they need. Whatever they need. And don't hesitate to get them in for the gender reassignment consultation with your local physicians. Okay? And if in your state they don't go with that, then hey, there's always New York, California. You can go to one of those places. Washington State, I'm sure they're fine there. Oregon, probably, yeah, they're probably great with it. Maybe, I don't know, any number of those. Illinois, I'm sure. Chicago, you could go get an appointment easily. And the taxpayer will fund it too. So, you can take your kid and fuck them up before they hit puberty. Get them on those puberty blockers. Put them in their cocoa. This is a great time to put them in their cocoa. It's Christmas time. It's the holidays. Just sprinkle a little in there. Before you know it, they won't even, they'll be experiencing gender dysphoria. It'll be great. It'll be great for you and them. And hey, mothers, you'll look great in your sewing, and you don't sew anymore. Your book club circle wine drinking contest thing where you bash men and talk bad about toxic masculinity until your house is on fire, or your vehicle breaks down, or you have a flat tire, or whatever might happen. Your door freezes shut, your house freezes up, your pipes burst because it's too cold and you didn't keep the fucking heat on. But, don't call a man for that. You just take care of it, because, by God, that would be succumbing to toxic masculinity. Do not ever call somebody like me, because I can't help you anymore. Period. I don't have any tools. I don't have a trailer full of tools. I don't know how to use them. I don't know how to build anything. I don't know anything about electricity, plumbing, flooring, paint, drywall, roofing, none of it. I don't know a thing. I just know that once the holiday's over, I'm going in for my gender reassignment appointment, just like you should as well. And I'm not questioning anything, and I hope this global warming somehow stops, because being as warm it is, at 32 degrees below zero, it's too warm. And I don't know if my antifreeze can take much more of it. So from now on, since it's so warm, just put straight water into your radiator, okay? Or pee in it, okay? Because that does a really good job. And the same with your batteries. If you still have a battery that has the cells on it, check those and pee in those too. And make sure that you leave the battery connected while you pee in it. And while you're at it, if you have an electric fence anywhere around you, you can go pee on that too. It'll give you a nice hairdo. Your hair will be on fire, and you'll be sure to be in compliance. And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's about compliance. Also, don't worry about the $1.7 trillion that they just allocated. It's all good. I mean, the last one, they spent $2.3 million to inject puppies with cocaine. I mean, could you use that $2.3 million? Hell no. Puppies need it for their cocaine habit. Come on. Don't wake up and understand what's going on. If you do anything, do not question a bit of it. Don't sit up from your TV tray. Don't put down your Swanson's, dinner, your Salisbury steak, or whatever it is you're eating. Just go back to eating your bugs, okay? Get your bug sandwich, eat that, and you don't have a bun anymore, okay? Because we can't grow anything because we don't have any fertilizer. So your bun, how about we have bun? We can use these handy blue shop towels, okay? Just put your bugs in a blue shop towel, chow down. It's good. It's nutritious, full of fiber. You'll become regular. Trust me, those bugs, they will clean everything right out of you. You'll be good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, okay? Just like the government. Trust the government, because anything that says .gov on the website is not going to lead you astray. Trust me. All right? With that, I hope you all have a wonderful day, I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope that somebody eats your cookies or drinks your milk and brings you all sorts of inanimate objects, material shit that really helps you out when the power grid goes down and we don't have any more fuel left and your heat goes off. Maybe you can light your fireplace with your new iPhone. They're flammable, I heard. Or you can throw bugs on it. I don't know. There's answers. But the answers are not in the answers, and you don't need to seek the answers, because by doing that, you have to ask questions, and you're not allowed to question anything. Trust in science. Trust in Fauci. Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi. They got your back. Everything's going to be cool. All right? Like I said, any questions, don't ask them. Just shut the fuck up and comply. Listen to what they tell you to do. Roll over. Play dead. Whatever you got to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen? And as we say, be good or be good at it, and all things be kind, and do no harm. From the Mic'd Files, I am your host, Michael File, from 52 miles east of Jellystone Park in Coyote, Wyoming. That's it. Later days, Willie Mays.